back if you've just joined us. You're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. Reminder of our top stories. President Goodluck Jonathan addresses the nation on the centenary celebration. Again, condemns the Yobe school attack. Senate condemns killing of students in Yobe, orders Chief of Army Staff to relocate to Borno State. 2 UK citizens, Michael Adebola Joe and Michael Adebowale, found guilty of murder, bag long sentences. And Ukraine's ousted President Viktor Yanukovych placed on international wanted list. Just a quick reminder that all our top stories are on our website, ChannelsTV.com, and on YouTube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Of course, you can now interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap on the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and then follow the instructions to share your reports, pictures and videos. The Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency, PPPRA, has threatened to shut down any filling stations in the country that sell petrol above 97 naira per litre. Now, the agency has also provided an assurance that it has not approved any increase in the price of the product, neither are there any plans to do so. The Executive Secretary of the PPPRA, Farouk Ahmed, says, quote, "The Petroleum Products Regulatory Agency hereby assures Nigerians that the official pump price of premium motor spirit remains 97 naira per litre, as the agency has not approved any pump price increase," end of quote. He says that there are sufficient quantities of the product in the country to guarantee uninterrupted supply, and that all petroleum marketers should release products in their tanks and depots for sale. And to ensure compliance with its directive, the PPPRA says it will be working with the Department of Petroleum Resources to monitor the situation at all retail outlets. The House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on the review of the 1999 Constitution says it's completed a key part of the Constitution review process and is now ready to meet with the Senate and come up with a harmonized report. The chairman of the committee says 71 sections of the Constitution were reviewed in the process. The committee has also encouraged Nigerians to get ready for the most crucial test of the amendment process, which will involve the state houses of assembly.
Committee on Constitutional Review on the Constitutional Amendments, and indeed the entire House of Representatives, has carried out its assignment objectively with the interests of the Nigerian people at heart. The House carried out alterations on Section 71 of the Constitution. No, alteration on 71 sections, on 71 sections of the Constitution. It has done its best as representatives of the people. Because we operate a bicameral legislature, the House will have to meet with the Senate to harmonize the two versions of the reports of the two chambers. To this end, the House of Representatives will name a harmonization committee as soon as we resume plenary. The harmonized report will be subjected to further legislative action before being forwarded to the 36 states House of Assembly for their concurrence. This will present the most crucial test of the amendment process. I therefore call on Nigerians, and particularly the civil society organizations, professional groups, labor unions, and the media to be exceptionally vigilant when we get to that stage, so that all these efforts will not be in vain.
Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Emeka Ihedioha. On to legal matters, the Federal High Court, presided over by Justice Gabriel Kolawole, has declined granting an ex parte motion brought before it by the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Lamido Sanusi, seeking his reinstatement as the governor of Nigeria's Apex Bank. Mr. Sanusi had filed the motion on February the 24th, 2014, praying the court to make an order of interlocutory injunction restraining the defendants from obstructing, disturbing, stopping, or preventing him in any manner whatsoever from functioning as the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria and enjoying in full the statutory powers and privileges attached to the office. While urging the court to grant his interlocutory application, Mr. Sanusi maintained that any delay might cause serious damage and mischief on him in the exercise of his statutory duties as the CBN governor. Ruling on the application, Justice Gabriel Kolawole held that the court does not have the judicial powers to declare his suspension unlawful, but to order that the plaintiff be reinstated to perform his duties as the governor of the CBN. Hearing of the motion has been adjourned to March the 12th. Now, Nigeria's electoral umpire, the Independent National Electoral Commission, has been explaining the reason behind the early release of the 2015 election timetable. Addressing officials of parties in Abuja, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, a national commissioner of the commission, Mrs. Thelma Iremeren, explained that the 2011 election witnessed some imperfections which the commission is determined to correct. She says that the decision is aimed at strengthening the nation's electoral process and improving the management of elections in Nigeria.
For the 2015 elections, however, the Commission released a timetable on the 24th of January 2014, a period of 1 year before the Presidential and National Assembly elections scheduled for February 14, 2015. This measure should be viewed positively as it allows the Commission sufficient time to plan and tidy loose ends. Also, with such an early release, a timetable should be useful for other political actors and even the security agencies. Election is a serious business, and all measures put in place by the Commission, especially the early release and commencement, are designed to avoid the pitfalls associated with the so-called fire brigade approach in the prosecution of electoral programs.
Well, here in Lagos, the state governor, Babatunde Fashola, insists there is no going back on the Apapa regeneration plan. Governor Fashola explained that the seeming delay is due to some legal challenges that need to be ironed out. He also explained that the state government has cleared the Ijora axis of Apapa and has also relocated the petroleum products tankers.
It's going on slowly. You know that there are jurisdictional issues. The Apapa Oshodi Expressway belongs to the federal government, and the Apapa Port belongs to the federal government, but the city roads inside the GRA belong to us, and we've awarded, I think, another 5 or 7 roads there to Julius Berger to start the phase 2. We had to stop the phase 1 when we saw that tankers were leaving the port and coming to park on roads that were built for residents, which was not the purpose, and this was as a failure of supervision and management by the agencies of federal government over the port. The matter has not been solved. It's still a tricky one.
Well, it's about 9 months since the windstorm that destroyed many homes in the Boki local government area of Cross River State. Since then, a lot of homes are yet to be rebuilt, and many of the homeowners are awaiting relief materials from the government. On our community report tonight, we take a look at the efforts at rebuilding Boki community.
It happened on a very rainy Saturday of May the 18th, 2013. The date constantly rings a bell in the minds of residents of the 5 communities in Boki, Cross River State, when a windstorm that occurred after a heavy downpour left its hurting footprints in the communities. Over 500 houses, farmlands, school buildings, electric poles, as well as economic trees that served as a source of food and shelter had their roots directly forced out of the earth as a result of the force of the wind.
thank God that
While some
really
commend the government's efforts, others plead for more.
and it was very disastrous. Everybody, in fact, we were thinking that would have been the end of Conde in Boki as a whole, because that storm has not happened in this Boki before. But we thank God that the government really assisted.
The government assisted us with a bundle of zinc, 3 bags of cement, and 12 pieces of timber for roofing.
They gave me 1 bundle of zinc, 1 bag of cement, and 2 polines.
We thank our government that came to our aid.
Okay, I'm appealing to the government to still send me relief material that will enable me to complete.
Though the state government has shown some support, the Deputy Governor of Cross River State blames the disaster and man's activity to the environment.
The area is a mountainous area, and people farm on top of mountain. When we clear the cover crops and expose the land, when rain comes, what happens? Washing up the land is a natural consequence, and that was what happened.
As it is in Ishagurube and Okundi villages, out of the 5 affected in the windstorm have been in total blackout since the incident in 2013. According to a commission study from the Meteorological Agency, Cross River State will still have heavy rains in the next 5 years.
When the news returns, Nigeria's foreign reserves approaches crisis level. What's coming up next? Please stay tuned.